I have a question. Do you hear me? So I have to put all of these things away. This is from the last video. Let me see if this is... Oops. Just have to fix something. Okay. After I put these things away, I will have to go and feed the cows and pigs, I think. This is the olive picker. I hadn't showed it in the video, but I can unfold it. Take down the olives from the tree. Get rid of that, and then I'll go and pick up the forklifts, and then I can get I think that's everything over here. And I just put the tractor in the way of where this goes. That's okay. Ha! So, after doing the last video that I made, using these things are going to be so puny. It's going to be embarrassing watching or doing those things now. I really need to get more or different machines. Let me cheat. Let's just, yeah, put them up there. Wrong tractor. How is the quality of the picture? Is it okay? Will you please tell me the quality of the picture? Oh, I'm just getting it. Well, yeah, I can say more things. I can talk more. I just kind of thinking, what should I say actually? I have to go through across this river, and then you'll see the main farm here. Okay, it's good to know. I had to put these lights up here on the left and the right because when it gets dark here, it gets really dark. And then when you're going across the river, and then I have actually driven my tractor off the road, and then I had to recover it somehow. And so that was all kinds of fun. I'm going to be taking this tractor onto the barge, and then taking the barge over to the store. And because I have to get rid of these things, I usually do a little bit of a cheat, but because this is a live stream and because I want to kind of show around a little, I'm not going to do that. I do a little bit less work when setting up for the next video. Here's the field of cotton. It's growing nicely. And there's the house. I won't go over there because there's something that's going to be there on the next video, and I cannot give that away. No, I really can't give that away. It'll ruin the next video. Which, by the way, might be actually late as well. It's all being pushed off farther and farther behind. It is insane. Let me just go swim over to the barge and get it. There will be more people joining us, at least there should be. Right now we are few, but that is what I expected. And I could really use another monitor. Yeah. Close up the gates back there, and then off we go at 200 kilometers an hour. I hope nobody heard that, because I'm sorry. I do still have kind of breathing problems, and so I keep coughing from time to time. I'll try to hide it if I can. Now if you look here on Yukon Valley, there are places to dig. if you go underneath the water, you'll see all these things, which will be coming up at another time on another location, on another video. Give a tour of Yukon. There's a little river that goes up there, but I can't access it with a boat. I'll have to somehow get across with, I don't know. I don't want to show everything because there are still surprises that are coming. There are, I think, 3 trains on this map, which is quite a bit actually. Usually there's just 1 or 2. Over here on the right is the company. Here, I mean, there are more companies, like right there, if you see, kind of. There's the big barge. Oops, now I just threw everything. That's funny. Great. So I'm going to fix this. Okay. Time to fix this the hard way. Or actually, let's see. No. That tractor's gone. I can't access it. Oh well. That's what you get for not paying attention. Oh well. Put the boat back. I guess I'll head over there. This kind of thing happens more frequently than you might think. It's actually kind of funny. I'll just switch out boats and then I go back over here. Oh, happy Sunday, Dimples, Sister Dimples. How are you? If you the part of the video that you missed, you will be able to go back and watch it afterwards. I don't know if you saw that, but I just crashed the boat. Well, you will see it. I have another piece somewhere in here. Let me get there it is. Okay, so let's try this again without crashing anything. Let me fold up this. And then I take you... Okay, I'll just go like this. Now... Oh man. No, not good, not good. This is really bad actually that just happened. Because I'm going to have to very likely restart. That kind of thing, I don't know if you heard the controls, but the controls are a bit touchy. And sometimes they will have to realign. And it does that, and then the only way to fix it, as far as I can tell, is by restarting. And to restart, I could keep the live stream going, but you'll see just black while I restart it, and then it'll take maybe 5 or 10 minutes to restart. No, I don't want this. I need to go out of the water into here. There we go. I do have backup controls. Actually, I have 2 backup controls, which are not as fun. So you'll have to say, shall I restart this? For me, it would be way easier. But if you don't mind me restarting, not the live stream, but restarting the game, but it'll just go blank for a while, please mention in either WhatsApp or the chat. Actually, let me put this thing around on this side and then back it up. This is a little bit, I guess. There we go. Why? Is anyone there? Can anybody say anything to me? Here's the store. Yes, this is set up for another video at some point in time. I have a lot going, many different videos and things, so just ignore that. That'll come later. These here are the store's equipment. I can only use them around. Those are equipments that I need, that I may need, occasionally need for. This is for setting up. Like, so basically, what I've done is for. Let's see, just a second. For doing setups and things like that, I may need equipment that I don't have myself. And because they cost usually an insane amount of money, the quote-unquote store will buy it. And so it's really just for like setups, or if I'm working on the farm, because there are like legitimately vehicles that are on are at stores, like for example forklifts and things like that. Oh, I forgot controls. There are legitimately things that happen on the at the store, like forklifts and things like that, and they do have them, and tractors and things, and that's why they're there. So let me get rid of these. 302, 8. And then the triggers here. I think we're gonna have to restart this. The live stream will not go away, but I wanna do that. Give me a few minutes, please. So, and we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. See if the controls are, and the controls are good, and they should be good for from now on. Close this off, and then we go back to the farm. Let's try not to do the same thing did before. throw the entire tractor and everybody over. Oy. But this is exactly why I mean, this thing originally went 20 kilometers an hour. I made this 10 times faster. And it still takes a while to go from the store to here. But it is still faster than driving. Driving through the entire area takes quite some time. And even now, driving at 200 kilometers an hour still takes quite some time. This tractor here I did bring over from Waldstätten. Because it's a test tractor, and I thought I would bring in, I try to get most of the machines and at least an appropriate amount of machines over from Waldstätten after I broke the game. And so this is not permanently on the farm. I actually don't have that many tractors, nice ones. I have a versatile, let's see, the Massey Ferguson is the new one, and it is the nice one. It is basically for grass work. Okay, and all the other ones, I think, I mean, they're just really small tractors. There we go. And now, let's see. Let's see the progress of the barn. Look at this. Those lazy, good-for-nothing employees, they've been sitting around here for days doing nothing. I mean, no wonder construction takes forever. They don't ever do anything. You ever see those construction companies, you know, where people are just standing around? I think that's what my guys are doing. Ay, this is unbelievable. Just ridiculous. In this area, I went to build a field, so I didn't start marking trees, which trees I want to cut down. That is, by the way, my forestry tractor. I did cut a couple of down, but that's going to be another time. I want to make a field in there. I haven't quite decided exactly what I want to do with all these forest area. Maybe just make a big field. I don't know. Ooh, look at the honey. Gonna have to start getting rid of that soon. If you saw the last video, this is exactly what I meant. That one's invisible, and it does that every single time you reload. But that's okay. It does not bother me at all. The only thing that does kind of, which actually is something we have to do, we have to go back to the store actually. This time, actually, that's a good idea. I will put this away. Where does this go again? I can't remember. I thought it went over here. Okay, so I don't remember where I put this. I will just put this somewhere. Where should I put this? Here, I guess. There we go. And now, oh, let's go look at the babies. These guys are adorable. Wah! Wah! Gonna have to feed them. No, these guys are actually okay. Have to feed them desperately. We'll do that later. So, while I was seeding the cotton over there, I realized, or I found out that over here I have a problem with the auger. The auger does not actually like to go into the seeder, so I had to get this. Also, it would be better because that thing has only 600 liters of, takes 600 liters of seed, which is insanely small. But this is only, you know, that's an older machine which I have had, and I'm going to need to be able to, or I'm going to need to expand. Let's see, there's that one. No doors are open. Go the long way around. The big girl, the versatile, which I still need a name, by the way. Okay. Excuse me. What I was saying, this thing needs a name. Big red one. So Dimples, can you come up with a name for this one? The versatile tractor, this one right here. Hmm. What is going on here? So I seem to not be able to... I have to write. All right. Now for the autonomous case tractor. So in real life, this really is a thing. Case and John Deere both have, I don't think Massey Ferguson, at least not that I've heard of, they both have autonomous tractor. John Deere's tractor looks really weird. It's just like the front half of the tractor here. If you take from the gas tank forwards, it's just that part, and then at the front two tires are just two treads or tracks. It looks very, very bizarre. This one at least looks like a normal case, I guess Optimum or Prime or something like that without the cabin. So it looks at least reasonably normal. And the supposed artificial intelligence, which I think artificial intelligence is not quite so intelligent at the moment, but it is certainly getting there. Wait, what is going on? Is this one of those? It is one of those. Okay. I thought it was different. This has 450 horsepower. Case Magnum, of course. 450 horsepower. It has the weights in the back. I don't know how much the weight is. It has DEF, which is diesel exhaust fluid, and then diesel. It has 650 liters of diesel and 23 liters of diesel exhaust fluid. Here are a bunch of toys which no one has ever seen so far. The first glimpse at a lot of the machines. Normally when I drive around in tractors, I drive around first person, like this. But because this is an autonomous thing, I feel that it is somehow not quite realistic. I try to play as realistically as I possibly can. You know, I think it's a lot more fun. Sometimes it's not so easy because, for example, if you are backing a trailer up, at least really complicated, to get something in there with a difficult hitch or wherever, you will have somebody, you know, helping you, spotting you, nearly always. And so then when you're backing something up with a trailer and you don't see really well, then you could put it into third person. At least that's my justification for that. Since I have two of these, I'm going to sell one, I guess. Oh, these things. Okay. I guess cleanup is a little bit of a boring job, but, you know, it has to be done. I'm going to have to fix that as well. In the chat, can anybody tell me what this is? What could possibly be this thing? Well, I am glad you were able to join us. Hello and welcome to me messing around on the farm. Actually, I'm putting things away for the next video, which will likely be late also. Unfortunately, there's always too much work to do and never enough time. And no, it is not a tractor. I will give you one hint. It is a harvester. But what does it harvest? It harvests a very specific crop. This thing will not attach. There we go. Okay. Taking this stuff to the store. I do have... Oh, I have to set up my couch, of course. Reading the messages and driving is not such a good idea. I almost crashed into the bees. Well, that's good, but which crop were you trying to... Rice or corn? It's not a bad guess, actually. Genuinely is not a bad guess. It is for cotton. It's a cotton harvester. Rice harvesters? No. Rice uses a different type of header. But it is a cotton harvester. Back to the store. Earlier, okay, so people used to always pluck the cotton by hand, because what the cotton is basically the fruit of the flower. After the flower blooms, the cotton will form after the flower blooms, creating the fruit of the flower, which will then spread the seed to plant more cotton. And what we're after, the cotton, of course, is the little bunch. And then so what we have to do is remove the seed, or you have to remove the bunch from the plant, and then after that you have to remove the seed from the cotton, which is a continuing process. But to get that, they're basically little fingers. Each one of those, there are 6 basically guides which guide the plant in, so it goes, well, I think 6 meters wide. And the plants and the planter and the harvester are set up at the same width. So after you go with the planter over, the cotton plant will grow in exactly the same place that the harvester will harvest from. And there are little fingers inside each of those guides, which will flick off the cotton balls. And then it will be blown inside a big cage. And the cage will then compress it into either a round ball or a square ball. But there are other cotton harvesters where it just gets loosely blown in there and then it gets dumped into another trailer. However, the cotton bales can hold significantly more cotton because it is compressed into a ball. And then the ball or the bale or the trailer will go off to the processing plant where all it gets dumped into a machine, which will separate the seed from the ball. And then it'll go on after that into a cleaning. And I don't know if it gets bleached, but it might. It will, one way or another, get cleaned and then continued farther down the process into yarn and into whatever they need cotton for. So that is the life process of a cotton. And earlier, all that was done by hand. Every little thing was plucked. I can't get too close to that, otherwise I'll tip the boat. So a corn harvester looks slightly different, but I can see where you might say that. I'd have to show you that later. And there are actually two different things that you can, or two different ways you can harvest corn. You can harvest the corn to get the kernel, or you can completely and totally, I'm going to crash. Yep. Or you can completely and totally chew up the, wrong one. You can completely and totally chew up the corn so that way you can give the cows the feed. And the other animals, pigs. And then the last way is, of course, if you harvest the whole corn, the whole ear. So, pallets, I hope those things are in here. Oh. Where did I sell those? I don't know. Huh, interesting. I did not know that was going to happen. Well, I guess I'll just put it over here for now. I forgot the pallets. Oh well. I'll get those later. More boats. I am looking at the time here, and we have been going for quite some time. And I think, well, there is still a lot more work to do. And I genuinely would like to know how long you would like to view this. I can keep going for a very long time. But my endurance is very, very good, and I have a lot of work to do for the next video. So I would genuinely like to know what everybody thinks. Whatever you missed before, you can easily go back and watch again. Oh, yes, so the rope on the ground, you have to watch the video I literally just uploaded to see what it drags. It is to tow vehicles, and I did use that on the last vehicle. So what I did was, what I'm doing here is basically cleaning up and preparing for recording the next video. And as soon as everything is prepared here, then my idea is that I'll stop the stream and then I can record the next video. I am mostly finished cleaning up, but I can keep going. I have to feed the animals, which I think would be interesting to watch. And I have to do that before I record the next video, because the next video starts tomorrow, or the April 2nd. And the animals have to be fed before then. So what do you think? Should I just feed the animals and then stop the video, which will then be getting to dark? Or how do you think? We could stop now. Just had to, right? The problem is I need probably 5 different people here helping me do these videos. I understand why people have hired help, so somebody can answer the chat, because I need another monitor. This is crazy. I've never done a live stream before, and I'm understanding why people need more people. So I'm going over to feed the animals. There is a big delay because what I did was put the higher quality video in, which makes it more of a delay. Actually, I just parked in the way. I need to go get... Okay. I gotta go get my tractor. The truck is a great thing to have, but it is not very good or useful when feeding animals. And behold, the old Renault. This is about 400 years old. So is this. And this is desperately needing to be replaced. It's a great tractor though. It really is. It has around 120 horsepower. Never breaks. Always does what it needs to be. Great mod. A great workhorse. But I desperately need another different type of feeder because these cows eat a lot. And this tractor... Sorry. This tractor is insufficient for powering those... Oops. This tractor is insufficient for powering those feeders. Oh, let me see if the mixture ratio is correct. See the computer. Computer says everything is correct. There's the hay. I will be doing a hay baling episode at some point because I do need hay. This here is for the horse food. This is my feed shed. This is for the horse food. This is horse hay, and this is horse... Sorry. This is not fun. Getting sick still affects me. These are carrots. Oh, I need to do this. This is a really cool machine. It can turn like this, right? And then it can turn like this. And then raise and lower. This is a great machine for places that are tight. I should look backwards when I'm driving backwards, huh? Run into the wall every time. I should know there's a wall there by now. into the mixture. And the bale fork is now finished. And now I get the bucket. And the bucket, oh no, I don't get the bucket. I'm sorry, I get the wheel loader because the wheel loader has the right bucket on it. This here is an ancient Volvo wheel loader. Perfect for what I need it for. You see there, I knew exactly where that is, but when I drive the Pals, I always run into the wall. As you see on the bottom there, I need to go get grass silage or maize corn silage. I'm going to go get the corn silage because that's what I have. I don't have any grass silage yet. It should be sitting there in the bunker, fermenting. And then I need BG silage, grain greased, which is basically a mixture of different grains that are formulated. I have to rent a grain, or do I have one? I might have one actually. A grain mill, which will transform that into grain grease, and it could be used for cows or pigs. And then water or molasses. Water and molasses are used to thin down or bring sugars into the formula. For example, if the formula is too thick, you add a little bit of water and it'll thin it out and make it easier for the machine and for the cows. And then the cows will like the sugar of the molasses. Here, unfortunately, when I was setting this up, I put the wrong thing, so I'm going to have to set this up this way. I figure this really isn't cheating because I do actually transform one for one the size that I already have used. I just unfortunately have the wrong thing on there. This one, right? So I pulled out 4,000 corn silage from 4,000 whole crop silage. So just transformed it 1-to-1. I think it is cheating, but it's not cheating. Simply because I have the material, I just don't have the material, if you get what I'm saying. What's wrong? Why aren't you working? Oh, that's why. Have to push the right button. Actually, you would be amazed at how many controls I have. Because I have to control every type of machine with every type of job. And be completely flexible, and then sometimes I forget which buttons are where. Here is alfalfa silage for the sheep, and well, the sheep, what else do they get? Oh, they get some of the stuff over there. Now I need the bucket from the Pals. Feeding the animals is a long process. I am genuinely trying to make this as entertaining as I can. So now we go. Just knock everything over. This is fun. Yeah. Now, behave. Don't do that again. Whoop, now I fall. Now my machine... Oish. Welcome to Farming with Patrick. Stay. Be a good boy. Good puppy. Now you don't fall over. No. Oish. Okay, so what do I need to get? Mineral feed, yes. Mineral feed is over here. And so mineral feed is the, as it says, exactly what animals need. Oh no, wrong button. There we go. To make mineral feed, at least in the game, you take, I think, lime and beets, or I can't remember now. I haven't made mineral feed in a while. But they are literally minerals that animals need. Oi, you want to see what's going on? Watch this. I have a weight. And this is not a lot of material. Wait, what's going on? Why can't you? Do I need to buy a bigger weight? This has actually never happened so badly. What if I lowered? I don't think that will help, but maybe. I've never experienced this so badly as today. I always do a little bit, but wow. There we go. Get up there. Weesh. Mineral feed is so heavy. There we go. Okay. And now... Excuse me. Sorry, I have to... Sorry about that. During the videos, I always edit that out. BG silage, yes, that's all the way over here. BG silage is brewer grain. I haven't found anything that you can make brewer's grain in the game, so you always have to buy it. And there is a load point station at the docks where we can purchase brewer's grain, or we can purchase brewer's grain at the store and get... No, this is CCM. I'm sorry. Where did brewer's grain go? And, oh yes, it's in this silo. And, you can buy it in pallets or big bags, brewer's grain. And that is just a different type of grain. I don't really know exactly what it is. I've never actually looked that up. Oi. Okay, so that's going to be a necessary thing, is to buy a weight for this. The minion is cool, but he is too light. And now, so as you see here, I have, these can hold any kind of material here. However, because I only have 3 silos, I can only put 3 crops in at once. BG silage, there we go. So you see, I have here beet pellets for the cows. BG silage, brewer's grain silage for the cows, and then I have hay pellets for the sheep or any other animal that needs hay pellets, like horses maybe. And okay, so I never finished with the BG, brewer's grain. As soon as you buy it, you can give the cows brewer's grain, or you can give them silage. And what the silage does is ferment them and keep the grains longer lasting, I suppose. Grain grease, yes. Grain grease is the mixture of different grains. That should be here. There are several different types of mixtures you can do. Mixtures for young cattle, mixtures for beef cattle, and mixtures for milk cattle. And this one happens to be for the milk cattle because I happen to have milk cattle. I want to rearrange everything because I want to get one area for beef cattle, one area for milk cattle, and then an area for the calves. There is the fourth option for feeding, and that's the standard, because what this is a special kind of mod which I use. Just a second. So I need the molasses. I will feed on this. Okay, so I'm just about finished. Just a second. Okay, let me go get the molasses. So I have these cool little jars here. I get the molasses. It will be filled. And then the cows will have finished all of the or sorry, I will have finished all of the cow food. Go deliver it, and then I will have to feed the pigs, because if you see here, the pigs, they desperately need feed concentrate. And then the cows that I'm going to go to are here, which will be just the ranch, which is just really closely. Have to give them water too. But all of the other animal feeding, I will just leave it and do that off stream. There we go. Now you see on the bottom right there are 12,000 liters of, and you see the little symbol. That means it is total mixed. Let me turn that on to get that mixed up. And put it up there. You don't see it, but there are motors in there that are turning, mixing it up. Need this thing, and then before I go, I fill him up with molasses. Here is the cow barn, and then oh, look at them. Let me go. Let me get them, and then we'll go look at them, because this will take a minute to empty. So there we go. Aw. And usually they'll come running when I feed them. I guess they don't have any near us today. At least 2 of them are here. Munch up, you little girls. Gals. I'm a huge fan of cows. I think they're adorable. Oh, so cute. Actually, honestly, I think, and this is my biased opinion, I have seen cows from Texas, from Scotland, and for example, the Texas Longhorn. I've seen the cows from like the Brahman in live, and I mean, I haven't, of course, seen every single type of cow on the planet. Of course, there are many. There are also some crazy big ones. But there is a particular cow in Switzerland. I think they are the most adorable cow type ever. They are adorable. Look up typical Swiss cow online, and you'll... Come on, I'm just making an accident. Does Patrick know how to drive? Evidently not. Get unstuck. There we go. Wait, that's embarrassing. Close up. I will have to come back and give them more food because they do not have enough. There's 20,000 liters. I have to put another bucket in there, but I'll do that on my own. The pigs. They don't require that much. And if you go here, I can change this to the pig food, and there you see you need CCM, pellets, and then beets. Sorry. This will just take a moment. I'm looking at the recipe on the bottom. I haven't fed the pigs in a while. I don't remember the CCM. Well, I'll take, and then mineral feed. Okay, well, I'll just give them a bit. I'll give them 1 bucket load here of the CCM. And then molasses and feed. So CCM, corn cob mix, is you take the corn, the actual corn kernel, and you put it into a mixer along with a couple of other ingredients, and you create corn cob, what is it called? And then you'll ferment it, and then that will form corn grain greased CCM, corn cob mix, or some, yeah, corn cob mix, that's what it is. And and that is actually what you feed the pigs, one variation. Corn grain greased, which is, yeah, how do I, yeah, corn grain greased, and then you feed them, then you ferment them. That's how it is. Wow, this is crazy heavy. Somebody has been messing with my weights. Okay, so just got that up. Okay, that's okay. I can just balance them right there. There we go. All right. See? That's how you do it in farmland. Jury rig everything, and then dump them in there. So let's do everything in third person. Why not? How does everybody like my cowboy hat? Okay, so I need... Let me get the molasses. And I'll put 2 in there. Okay, fine. Don't stay closed. There is the knife in there, the blades, and there are some nasty, nasty accidents that happen with farmers, or that can happen, where a farmer would lose his arm or completely maul himself inside these things. They can be extremely dangerous. I have heard many stories. I'll need another one. Farming is a crazy, crazy dangerous job, and I would love to do it. I really would. But at this point in time, it is going to be so difficult and so very unlikely that I'd be able to do that. I do this instead. for round 2. And then the last thing I will fill up is a little bit, because right now, let's close that. Right now this is legitimate food for the pigs. I could feed them now. However, I do want to give them a little bit of those pellets if I have. Okay, it came from back there. Oh well. Mineral feed. Mineral feed pellets. Or just mineral feed. After these pigs, just 1 or 2 shovels of pig food, mineral food. And then I'll feed them, and then we'll call that a wrap for this live stream. I don't know about you. I'm sure that this was oftentimes very boring for and I really do appreciate all of you watching. No, this is the wrong thing. But I hope some of it was also interesting to see how kind of things, because this is at least my idea of my farm, Pavel Farm. This is how we, why do I keep doing that? This is how we've managed to build up our farm. There is still going to be a lot of change and improvements that happen to this farm. When I started the farm way back when, everything just kind of slapped together slowly and the best way possible and in the best terms possible. And now I've gotten to the point where I will be able to streamline everything to improve, to get bigger and grow, because quite frankly there's still very little on this farm. It looks like there's a lot, but there isn't. There really isn't. You know, I want to get goats and then ducks. Maybe geese. There are all kinds of things that there's still, you know. Of course, expand on the farms, and then I want to tear down some forests and do more farms, because the idea is to bring all of the supplies and all of the things necessary so that people may survive and grow within their own world. Because if you don't have farmers, you don't have food, you don't have ways to eat. You have to do that yourself, and with these modern days, that's getting more and more difficult. And so you really do have to have farmers, and you have to not exploit, but you have to use the area necessary. And farmers these days, well, anyway, the farmers, they take care of the land and protect the land. They don't abuse it, because if they abuse the land, if they abuse their animals, they don't have any means of income. I hear these things that, you know, people say that farmers abuse the land and they're terrible for this and that is far, far, far from the truth. And there's this now stigma in this pop culture type thing that just is not true, and I really wish it was not there, because there is more to farming than meets the eye, even for me. And I know just a little bit about farming. Like, there is I know from what I read and from the people I talk to, I know a lot of farmers are around here, and personally, and you know, they're my neighbors, and I have long conversations with them. But not only that, I watch a lot of farming videos, and I read a lot, and I watch a lot, and I observe a lot, and you have to think too. And those people who want to criticize farmers for destroying the earth or not taking care of it are just have no idea what they're talking about. And I very much disapprove the treatment of farmers. Oh, I could go on a big rant about this. A very, very big rant. I'm going to have to get rid of that poop. Yes, that will be another time. I will have to fertilize these fields, but that's part of the field work. This is a very, very tight area, and this poop is not helping. Actually, it's called manure. Because manure, let's see, so there is animal dung, right? And then that gets mixed in with the hay, the straw. And the bedding, it's actually made that way so that way it's easier to keep clean the animals and to clean up after them. So you take all of that straw along with the waste, the animal waste, the byproducts, and you put it in a bunker over here, and it'll sit until you can use it for fertilizer. Wait a minute, why is this not working? Oh. I think I messed something up. Oh, that's why. Okay, let me do a little trick here. I hope it works. It did not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that later. Wonderful. Let me see. Well, okay, so I'm going to have to do something a little different here. And if this doesn't work, then... Oh. Then I'll have to end the live stream and fiddle with this a little bit. These feeding the pigs are turning into quite a mess. I have fed pigs and cows and chickens and have done this many, many, many times. Probably in the neighborhood of hundreds of times, and this has never happened. Okay, so it should be okay. There we go. Looking better. I'll just top them up off on this because they use this food the fastest. And then I have a world bigger mess to clean up. Yeah. Let's go faster. So here are the little piglets. We'll go in there and see how they're doing. Look at them. They're so cute. You want to be my dinner tomorrow? Okay, jokes aside, I will end the stream here. It has been, well, it's actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And I have more work to do cleaning up the farm because I made a big old mess. And thank you very much for watching. God bless you all, and I wish you all a pleasant Sunday afternoon. And I'll see you, if you would like, I will do another live stream later. This was kind of a test to see how things go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next time. On the next video, which will not likely be on Monday, but we'll try. Good night from Paval Farm.